cool. There's some bait fish out there. So I got one little kahawai and one tiny little yellow-eye mullet. Look how tiny. It's a bait though. So I might stick with this for a little bit and see if I can get a couple more of those kahawai and I can have some sashimi. That'd be awesome. And I'll put a Kontiki out using that for bait for the sunset, I think, and put a rod out at the same time. For now I might have a feed and I might go for a drive up there after the tide turns and see what it's like up by the river. See if I can find some cool bits of wood. I did wash my hands. Oh, very good. Check that out. Look at the hook. Tiny little sabiki. Got him down on the fin as well. Sweet, well I reckon that's dinner. Yum. Alright, so he's been bled, gutted and gilled. We'll give him a clean. And then we'll get him on ice and fillet him later on. Oh well, that's a bait. Just going to fillet this kahawai now so I don't have to worry about it later. It's nicely chilled. I think I probably only need one side of it. It's only me. It's a beautiful clean fillet. We'll make some nice sashimi. Some for sashimi, some for the pan. Something like that. Sand in that bag. There we go. Alright. Put that in the fridge for later. Save that bait for tomorrow morning. Right, it's coming up to 4 o'clock. I've just lit my fire. Got all these nice big logs. I'm going to pile up against this big bit of driftwood here before I head down for my evening fish. So hopefully if I can get that cranking with some big logs on it, it'll still be going by the time I get back from my fishing, and I can cook dinner on it and stay warm, because it's going to get cold later. It's going to be close to freezing, I think, about 0 degrees. So rightio, that is humming. So we'll head down by this hole. I'll set the Kontiki just next to it, and then I'll chuck a rod out for an hour or so. We'll see what we get. It's calmed down now. It's beautiful, but it's just starting to get cold. So we've got crabs again, and A little bit of yellow-eye mullet that we caught and fresh kahawai that we caught. And it's coming up to sunset, so we'll see how that goes. These conditions are amazing now. The wind has dropped off to nothing, or at least I can't feel it here. The sea's calmed off, it's getting cleaner. Beautiful. Kontiki's just almost finished now. It's got another few minutes to go. Got the rod out with an anchovy on it. Time for a drink, I reckon. Any minute now. Well, I've put a few casts out now. Seems like we're just feeding the crabs with the rod. The tide's gone out quite a long way. I've rebaited it, I'll leave it out there. I'll just move the ute back a little bit and get ready to pull the Kontiki in shortly. Put another jersey on because it's gotten pretty cold now. There's no winds, but oh man, it's going to be cold tonight. Check this out, guys. That is epic. That's 20 pounds. Whoa. Hey, hey. That is 20 pound snapper right there. Beauty. Absolute beauty.
Confidence and hope. You can help bring the power of music to kids like Jack, so they can find their voice too. Text music to 24448 to donate and change your life through music.
Well, that is one of the smallest girder ever.
Foundation.
Throw him back, I think. It's tiny.
Rely on a Nova swim screen. Windscreen repair or replacement is all about your safety. And Nova
wow, he's actually about 6 centimetres bigger than legal, but he's
carried out by trained technicians. But we're also thinking about the future. That's why we're at the forefront of windscreen recycling. And every job helps plant native trees. You can rely on a Nova windscreen, both now and in the future.
Drive the ute that defies the ordinary. The Nissan Navara Model Year 2024 run out is on now. Save big, up to 19 grand off, with four-wheel drive double cab pricing from just $39,995 plus on roads.
Beauty.
The local Nissan dealer today.
Another beautiful snapper.
Tonight on 3 dramatic pictures as one of the country's most profitable supermarkets goes up in flames in central Auckland. 3 News live at 6 on 3 and on 3 now.
Might have another one.
Not only were the trainers helping me, they nearly did as well.
The best workout money can buy.
You're listening, so let's talk. When's the last time you checked in on your health? The doctors and specialists are here to take care of your physical and mental health. Enroll today at the doctors.co.nz.
Rock weather.
Stream The Rock in high definition now on Rover.
For the North Island, it's mostly fine, a few showers for Northland, and it's mostly cloudy with showers from Gisborne to Wairarapa. For the South Island, it's fine but frosty, with a few showers around Marlborough.
Need updates on any upcoming gigs or events? Head to rock.rover.nz.
Not bad, eh? Not bad.
FM radio across New Zealand.
And streaming everywhere.
Kitchen's still working hard after 6.
G'day battlers, Jane Dunk driving home with the Rock. Good to have you tuned in.
Another one.
This fine Tuesday evening. All the details on the Rock, just hilarious because turns out some people double down on kids' fear of clowns.
Yeah.
It's like we literally have had a similar example to one that was sent in from overseas. I just don't reckon they make those movies anymore. We had them all. We had...
Rightio, we are back at camp. Getting a bit smoked out because I've relit the fire. I've got some more water to clean the fish, and what an epic winter Kontiki mission. That is some seriously good winter Kontiki fishing. No bycatch, no spiky dogs, no carpet sharks. That was it. No, sorry, we did put one carpet shark back, didn't we? Lemonfish, 4 snapper, and big snapper. So I've got my scales here. See just how big they are. Pretty good, I know that. We'll start with this one. Turn it off. Let's try again. Right. That one is 14 pound, 14 ounces. This one here. £17. There you go, close to 20. Pretty epic fishing. I'll clean these up, put them in the bin, and then time to cook a feed. Look at that. Beauty. That looks amazing. Perfect, nice and crispy skin on the bottom as well. Awesome. Well, I'm going to stoke up the fire, sit down and enjoy my meal. And yeah, then I'll go to bed, I'd say. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Morning. Bit slow out of the gate today. Such a good catch last night, I wasn't too worried about putting an early Kontiki out this morning. Oh, I think coffee will be the first order of the day. See, that bar is very, very accessible there, so I might go and throw a rod out before the sun gets too high. And we'll probably do one Kontiki set before I go home later on. Alright, coffee time. This is that hole I was fishing in yesterday afternoon while the tide was way up here somewhere. Just had crabs stealing all my bait, so I thought I might as well chuck the crab pot in there. Yep. Rod fishing's no good. No bites and the crabs are just hammering the bait. So we'll give up on that. It's not worth sitting out there. Nothing's happening. High tide's definitely the one for rod fishing at the moment. Kawai around, and the crabs weren't touching the bait at high tide, so pretty cool to catch on that tiny little sabiki yesterday. So I'm going to get the Kontiki ready for another set, and then I'll probably pack up the camp while that's soaking, and that should probably top off the bin, hopefully. If you're wondering why I put this towel on here, it's just to wipe the line, all the sand and salt off the line as it comes in. Jeepers, that's gone a long way up. Bit and clean through. Bit of worry. Another one. Obviously plenty of sharks out there. And nothing else. Lots of big grey sharks, I'd say, but that's winter fishing. You do tend to lose a lot of traces, and the traces you keep get racked up so they snap off easier. You could tube them, but I find catch rate goes down severely when you do that. I think that's the last one. Wow. Well, I wouldn't have picked that. No fish. Almost all the bait's coming back. I think we lost 4 traces, which I can only assume are all to big grey sharks. But yeah, funny how different today has been to yesterday. Heaps of fish around yesterday. But to be fair, can't complain because I didn't have much room in the bin anyway. We only caught 4 snapper, and this is a 75 litre chili bin. It was pretty full, so I can't complain. Go home, clean everything up, have a fillet. Yeah, we'll see you out here next time.